Hi, everybody. Ann Patchett at Parnassus Books. So we've had a long, kind of dull down period from Thanksgiving until right now in publishing because people don't bring out a ton of books in this time. And today is the day that all of the exciting books come flooding in. Let me say, paperback, Melinda Gates' Moment of Lift. We're having an event tonight. Check that out on our website. I will be hosting. Now, two books that I am so excited about, and I talked about this at New Year's. Allan Gurganus, The Uncollected Stories of Allan Gurganus. Allan was my teacher in college. He was absolutely the person who taught me how to write, and I love him as much as I love my own life. And this is a brilliant, brilliant collection, and there is no one who writes like Allan. So if you feel like a short story, and each one of these short stories has a novel's worth of material packed into it, The Uncollected Short Stories of Allan Gurganus, out today. Now, Allan Gurganus, when I was his student, taught me the Russian short stories. And so it is very tied in my mind with the new George Saunders book, A Swim in a Pond in the Rain. This is our January, because that's what month this is. This is our January 1st Editions Club pick. It is such a beautiful book. 7 Russian short stories, 7 lectures from George Saunders explaining what the stories are about. If you want to be a better reader, if you want to be a better writer, or if you'd like to be a better human being, get this book. It is extraordinary. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I am sending today George Saunders a copy of the Uncollected Short Stories of Allan Gurganus, and I'm sending Allan Gurganus a copy of the George Saunders because I love them both so much. Here's Kat.
All right, we do still have, amazingly, some more books this week. In paperback, one of our very favorites, The Resistors by Gish Jen, is out. And also out in paperback, The Fate of Food by Amanda Little, What We'll Eat in a Bigger, Hotter, Smarter World. And Cicely Tyson's long-awaited autobiography, Just As I Am, is out. She is such an icon, and if you're interested in her life at all, which has just been packed with memorable moments, grab this book. What Could Be Saved by Elise O'Halloran Schwartz. She was the author of The Possible World, out today. And Julian Bond's Time to Teach, A History of the Southern Civil Rights Movement. Much like George's book, that is a compilation of his lectures. This is a compilation of Julian Bond's lectures by one of his teaching assistants. And it is just a fantastic kind of history of what the Southern Civil Rights Movement was all about. What better time to learn than now? And here's Rayanne with Kids in YA.
Hi everybody, we have a few great new picture books today. The first one I want to show you is A Time for Kenny by Brian Pinkney. This is a day in the life of a boy told in 4 sweet stories. We have Una by Kelly DiPuccio and Rocia Figueroa. This is a story about a mischievous mermaid and her sea otter friend in their search for treasure in the deep sea. We have The Whole Story by Vivian McInnery, illustrated by Ken Lamug. This is about a girl who wonders what would happen if she could fall into the hole in her pocket and the adventures she might take. In middle grade today, we have this new autobiography by Gary Paulson, Gone to the Woods. This is his childhood story of grit and things that inspired the actual story of Patchett. Alone by Megan E. Freeman. This is this book about a girl who wakes up in a town where she's the only human left. Her only companion is a Rottweiler named George. In YA today, we have Angie Thomas's new Concrete Rose. This is the book of Star's father, Mav, 17 years before The Hate You Give. We have signed copies. From Melissa Albert, we have Tales from the Hinterland. This is 12 Dark Fairy Tales, a companion novel, a companion book to The Hazelwood, which was a Parnassus Next selection. And by Ta-Nehisi Coates, we have The Beautiful Struggle, the young adult adaptation of his memoir, of his coming-of-age story about his relationship with his father. And in paperback, we have The Night Country by Melissa Albert and the YA World War II book, White Rose by Kip Wilson. Thanks so much, and don't forget to shop local.